Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. So this time we'll be discussing the book by Robert Cialdini, The Psychology of Persuasion. This author has a deep interest in research about social persuasion science, influence, and the psychology of compliance. And I honestly enjoyed this book because it discusses the reasons and the factors that push us to say yes to things that we don't even need. And if you take an example of the ads on YouTube, we just like once we're in front of once we have our account on our mobile or computer on trying to watch a video, we just face thousands of ads trying to persuade us to take a certain product or grab an offer or download an app. And psychologically speaking, the questions are, why do we say yes to these people, right? Like, what is the secret? And the book sheds the light upon six techniques that make a person a very powerful persuader, and it even gives us tips on how to avoid them. So these are reciprocation, liking, social proof, authority, scarcity, commitment, and consistency. So the first one is reciprocation, right? This technique is what I personally find logical and powerful because we tend to use it unintentionally. It is more like a robotic technique that will always come out with almost the best results in every situation. So in simple words, this is when someone does something for you, so you feel the urge to give back. Okay, and because you don't want to come off greedy or ungrateful, so your unconsciousness is basically doing the job for the persuader, and it will just push you to say yes without even realizing it. So when someone gives you something, you tend to give them something bigger, better, or even more valuable. Another method in this would be rejection and then retreat. So let's say I want help on something, so I try to ask my friend for their time. I'll probably go well, can I have 2 hours of your time? I know they're busy, so they're gonna say no. And indeed, they said no. And this is when I pull out my second card, which is coming up with a second offer that is lower and less. Well, can I at least get 25 or 30 minutes of your time? I promise it won't be long. There's a higher chance of them saying yes to this offer. Yeah. So the best defense against this technique is by accepting initial favors at first, because we don't know the intentions of people. And then we don't know if they're doing it doing something for the sake of being nice or because something is coming up next. So once the future behavior kind of aligns with our thoughts, it is better to just eliminate the obligation to respond in that way. Number two, liking. So as the author describes it, we rarely refuse doing something for someone we like. So sometimes this might even work with strangers. The secret here is that the persuader will look for ways to make themselves likable. They'll show off their talent. They're gonna be their intelligence, their kindness. They're probably gonna just compliment you constantly, and they might even exaggerate sometimes. But as long as the job is done, they're okay with it. Okay, so they try to get you to a role or an image that they are giving you because they somehow see a potential in you, right? And another method in this technique will be by showing the target that you just like them. I think like you, I agree with you, I share the same point of view with you, I definitely understand you, and I relate to you. This makes you because our nature, we tend to feel we tend to trust the people that are similar to us. Okay, so that's why we will likely say yes to them. Okay, and another point would be when a business, for example, relates themselves to something positive, like a slogan that ignites determination or positivity, motivation, is something that we will for sure like to be associated with, and we want to take part of. And to avoid this technique, in fact, we should keep track of our behaviors. It is more recommended to take a step back from taking a decision as soon as we start realizing that we're starting to like this offer. Number three is social proof. This is one of the strongest techniques ever, actually, because most of us tend to use this to make decisions, especially when it comes to making a purchase. For example, let's say I want to buy something, so I go on a website, I refine my searches, bestseller, highly recommended, something with like higher reviews. And the point here is like, when I see people, like a lot of people who are like liking this product, I will probably just go for it, because if they like it, thousands of people are liking it, I will for sure like it too. And this does not just apply on such things. In fact, it even applies on bad habits. Like, for instance, let's say we saw someone doing a bad behavior and everyone is doing it. Like everyone is doing something bad and they do not even address it. So we tend to think of it as like acceptable and okay, which is not the case. So to resist the possibility to fall for this, we can develop a sense of analysis and proof of what is really right and what is not, because we are independent in terms of making a decision as if like it's proper to our own way of judgment and how we perceive things. Number 4, authority. Okay, so again, as part of our human nature, we are driven by logic and trust, and we put more trust in authority. Like, for instance, like if I was to take an advice from someone, I'd probably take it from someone like from authority, because I feel like they know better, they are credible, and they are trustworthy, legit. And this is exactly where persuasion builds from. And to refrain from falling for this technique, the first thing to do is to doubt and to double check the expertise of the expert. Like, are they really trustworthy? Once we start analyzing this, we'll probably spot some flaws, and eventually this might help us in assessing their credibility. Number 5, scarcity. The best way to explain this is by highlighting the marketing offers, for instance, like a flash sale, limited time only, biggest deals. These are the words used in retail industry, right? And this technique relies on the one-time opportunity and limited time offers. Like, the one happened twice. If you don't get it now, it's over. So they make you feel the urge to just like get the benefit from it before it's too late. And another method in this is used by making believe that a certain product is just going to vanish. It's not. We are low in stock, and it's just not going to be here anymore. So people will like get in competitiveness trying to get this product because like it's rare and it's just gonna disappear. There's no other chance of getting it again, and this like gives the product more value. All right, even if it has like absolutely none. And in case we never notice its value and its impact. And of course, on the degree of competitiveness, because the more we see people trying to get something, the more we feel like there's a good reason why people are trying to get it. So we need to get it too. And this technique is difficult to be blocked, in fact, because the safest way actually to deal with this is to create an outlet that will just like help us controlling the wave of feelings that arise. And as they try to take over our thoughts, and again by checking in with ourselves in case we truly need this offer or not. And last but not least, commitment and consistency. So the last point in this presentation will be reserved to commitment and consistency, as you can see on the slide. We are always inclined to positive values, right? We tend to do our best to come off positive, helpful, and loyal. So when we make a promise, we try our best not to break it, and because we don't want our reputation or image to be ruined. So this includes sticking to a personal belief or standpoint. So let's say, for example, I'm loyal to a certain brand, and I will have to commit to it. Like, once I purchase from them, like I will take whatever that is about them personally. And instead, I will just like always focus on disregarding flaws and minimizing their impact, while glorifying every new or existing feature and praise the product to everyone I meet. So to recognize and resist from this technique, again, we should rely on our gut feeling. And it's like being able to recognize what we truly want. Like, once you realize what you want, this is going to be helpful in getting rid of everything that you don't want or need. So that's it for me today. Thank you for watching. And if you have any comments, please do not hesitate, just like drop them in the comment section. Thank you once again, and have a good day.